you're probably asking the wrong question about Bitcoin. They ask things like, is now a good time to buy? Should I sell before the next crash? But here's a better question. Am I actually using Bitcoin the way it was designed to be used? Because if you're just holding Bitcoin in a Coinbase account, waiting for the price to go up, you're not investing it, you're waiting. And in today's market, waiting gets you left behind. Let me show you how smart investors are actually using Bitcoin right now. Not just buying it, not just holding it, but using it like a real financial tool. A few years ago, holding Bitcoin was enough. Why? Because the opportunity was so big, even doing nothing looks smart. But that window is closing. You're not early just because you own Bitcoin. You're early if you use it right. Let's make this real. If your Bitcoin is sitting in a centralized exchange like Coinbase, you're facing 3 problems. Custodial risk, you don't control your Bitcoin, they do. No yield, you're not earning anything on your capital. No flexibility. You can't access that value without selling. That's a slow path, and it keeps you stuck. Now let's look at what experienced investors are doing. First, they move their Bitcoin into something called a cold wallet. That just means their Bitcoin is stored offline, where hackers can't reach it. They often use a setup called multi-sig or multi-signature. It's like having multiple keys to a safe. You need 2 or more to open it. This adds an extra layer of security. Platforms like Casa or Unchained Capital help with this. Next, when the market conditions make sense, they borrow against their Bitcoin. Let's pause here. Yes, you can actually borrow money using Bitcoin as collateral, just like using a house to get a loan. Services like Ledin or Alex on the Stacks network let you do this. You get stablecoins, cryptocurrencies like USDC or DAI that are pegged to the dollar without having to sell your Bitcoin. Why does this matter? You keep your Bitcoin, you avoid taxes, you unlock liquidity, money you can actually use. This is how investors pull value forward without giving up future upside. Most people still treat Bitcoin like the finish line, but that mindset keeps them stuck. Smart investors see Bitcoin as the starting point. It's the base layer of an entire financial system they're building. Here's what that system looks like. They hold Bitcoin for long-term exposure. They borrow against it at low risk. They use that capital to earn yield, steady returns over time. Let me give you examples. Some lend their stablecoins on platforms like Maple Finance or Notional where they earn interest. Others go further. They provide liquidity to early stage projects like GMX or stake capital into projects like EigenLayer, which may pay out big once they launch a token. Some even run validators, nodes that support blockchain networks and earn rewards for it. None of this is chasing moonshots. It's structured, it's intentional, it's smart. They're building a full financial stack powered by Bitcoin. You can't build real wealth in crypto with a traditional saver's mindset. Savers wait, builders unlock. They don't just hold Bitcoin, they use it to access capital, to earn yield, to stay liquid. And they do it while still holding on to their original asset. Here's a simple framework that shows how it all works. I call it the stacked exposure model. Layer 1, Bitcoin is your foundation. You store it securely, ideally with multi-sig, and treat it like long-term collateral. Layer 2, borrow stablecoins against your Bitcoin using conservative loan terms. And that means not risking liquidation if prices dip. Layer 3, use that capital for low-risk yield, like short-term loans or auto-managed strategies through platforms like Sommelier. Layer 4, reserve a small portion for upside, like joining early-stage protocols or earning future airdrops. Every layer builds on the next. Every move compounds over time. This is how smart capital operates before the bull market arrives. They don't wait for a price spike. They position early. They act while the market is quiet. So before you buy more Bitcoin, ask a better question. Are you building a system, or are you just holding and hoping? This isn't about being early to price. It's about being early to infrastructure. If you want real strategies to turn your crypto into working capital, subscribe now. In the next video, I'll show you how high net worth investors use these same tools across every asset class. Not just to get rich, but to stay rich. If you're ready to play offense with your capital, that video is linked right here.